So, have you ever felt that life has this kind of fundamental fairness, a sort of balancing act, where, every effort, good or bad, eventually finds its consequence?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a powerful idea, isn't it? Almost intuitive. That there's some kind of inherent justice maybe woven into how things work.
Exactly. It feels like there's an echo to our actions.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And today, we're actually doing a deep dive into a classic work that really digs into this very idea, Ralph Waldo Emerson's essay, Compensation.
Emerson.
Published way back in 1840, believe it or not. It's short, but really potent. It gives this timeless perspective on how the universe might operate with this sense of balance.
Right. And for anyone listening who's, always seeking those fundamental truths, those actionable insights, understanding Emerson's concept here, it can be genuinely transformative.
Yeah, it really helps you navigate things with maybe a bit more clarity, more purpose. Okay, before we jump right into Emerson's thinking, if you're finding this interesting already, please do take a second to hit the subscribe button and maybe like the video. This is the Deep Seek Diaries, and of course you can find us on the usual places: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. And just a reminder, all the resources we talk about today, books, websites, anything like that, they're all linked down in the description section for you. Please also take a quick look at our terms and conditions when you get a chance. All right, now let's get into Emerson.
Okay, so Emerson really grounds compensation in this core belief. He basically argues that natural laws govern the universe, full stop. And everyone, absolutely everyone, has to follow them or, risk failure. It's less about morality maybe and more about the mechanics of reality.
That makes sense. Like physics, but for everything else too.
Kind of, yeah. And he gives us this central law of nature, as he calls it, which really sums it up. Do the thing and you shall have the power, but they who do not the thing have not the power.
Do the thing and you shall have the power. That's direct. It's not just about effort, is it? It sounds like a blueprint for actually gaining capability.
Right.
What's the core idea there?
Well, what Emerson's getting at, I think, is that power, capability, opportunity, they aren't just given to you. You don't inherit them. You don't wish for them. They're earned through direct action, through doing the thing.
Okay. So the power is in the action itself.
Exactly. It's like the ultimate anti-procrastination mantra. You want to be a writer, you write. Want to understand something, you engage with it. The power comes from the doing, not before it.
And then there's this idea of universal balance. This is fascinating. He says every condition has its opposite, not just obvious things like day, night, or up, down.
Right, but even abstract concepts, spirit and matter, he mentions, joy and sorrow. It's like a fundamental cosmic equilibrium.
So one can't exist without the other, and having one implies the potential for its opposite is always there.
Precisely. And this balance isn't just passive. It extends to our behavior, too. Emerson really warns about excesses. Greed, for instance. He argues that pushing too hard in one direction, like excessive greed, inevitably creates an imbalance. And the universe, in a way, snaps back to correct it. It leads to destruction eventually.
Okay, so the whole essay kind of boils down to this idea about every action, every single effort, positive or negative, gets compensated somehow.
It's woven into the fabric of things. As some readers put it, it's a pragmatic and spiritual look at an underlying truth. It's not just abstract karma. It's happening now in our lives.
And it's amazing that he packs all this into such a short piece. What is it, 34 pages?
Yeah, just 34 pages in print. It's incredibly concise. Reviewers often say it's just filled with knowledge and remarkably simple and yet so powerful.
And thinking about when it was published, December 31st, 1840, that's a long time ago.
It really is. Which makes its relevance today even more striking, doesn't it? Despite all the changes since then. It feels truly timeless.
Yeah, absolutely. And people really feel that timelessness. Reviewers use words like immortal, enlightening, and without peer for its core message.
They do. It's seen as offering a key principle to living a fulfilling life. That core idea. Everything has a price that must be paid, and you are compensated for everything you do. That resonates.
Definitely described as inspiring, like a guide almost for directing your life, because you understand the consequences will come. It makes you more intentional.
It does. But we should be upfront about a potential hurdle for modern readers.
Right, the language.
Yeah, exactly. While the ideas are profound, the style, it's 19th century prose, many reviewers find it a very difficult read.
A bit rough, some say.
A bit rough, or even like a bit of a rant sometimes,
Sure.
Just because the sentence structure and vocabulary are, dated. It takes some effort to unpack.
Okay, and there's another more practical issue that came up a lot in the reviews, especially for digital readers.
Oh, yes, the Kindle version. This seems to be a major headache for many.
Yeah, words like disaster, illegible were used. People saying the font size can't be adjusted, needing a magnifying glass.
Right. Multiple reviews described it as basically unreadable and useless in the Kindle format. So that's a really important heads up if you prefer reading digitally. Check the specific edition.
Definitely. And it wasn't just Kindle, was it? One reviewer mentioned wishing for a better format than this one, suggesting maybe broader formatting issues in some editions.
That's true. So yeah, caution advised on the format, especially digital ones. Do your homework on the specific version you're considering.
Okay, so considering the content and the potential reading challenges, who is this really for? Who benefits most from tackling compensation?
Well, I'd say it's definitely for those people seeking, fundamental truths about life, about the universe. Anyone interested in personal growth, understanding universal laws.
Or that pragmatic and spiritual outlook we mentioned. If you want to understand life's interconnectedness, it's powerful.
Exactly. It's for anyone who wants to live more effectively by really grasping the link between actions and consequences. But maybe it's not the best fit for readers who aren't used to or don't enjoy that older style of prose. If you prefer modern direct language, this might feel like hard work.
And again, the big caveat for Kindle users, definitely need to be careful there.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk practical application. How can understanding this actually help you day to day? The core message seems to be everything that we do has a consequence.
Right. And just internalizing that can be a powerful daily reminder. It encourages examining your choices, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And it implies quite strongly that we need to moderate those excesses Emerson warns about, like greed, to avoid that imbalance and eventually destruction.
Yeah, it's about finding harmony with these natural laws, not trying to game the system or ignore them, because you can't, ultimately.
And by understanding that duality he talks about, no right without wrong, no light without dark, you can maybe direct your life better. Accepting that accountability is built in.
I think so. It prompts that critical thinking about cause and effect in your own life.
Yeah.
What seeds are you planting right now? What harvest can you expect?
Let's quickly touch on Emerson himself. Ralph Waldo Emerson, 1803 to 1882, the sage of Concord.
Yeah, a huge figure in American literature and thought, a leading voice of transcendentalism.
Which was all about intuition, self-reliance, that direct connection with nature and your inner truth, right?
Exactly. And his background, interestingly, was as a Unitarian minister. That likely influenced his speaking style, his sort of moral urgency, his desire to move us toward a better society.
He's incredibly quotable. Self-reliance, nature, the American scholar, so many foundational works. His philosophical weight definitely adds credibility here.
No question. His thinking runs deep.
Okay, I hope you are enjoying the topic so far. Just a quick reminder to please subscribe to the Deep Seek Diaries and like this video if you're getting value from this. Don't forget, you can find us on the major social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And again, all the resources, books, websites are linked right there in the description for you.
Right, so let's pivot now to what other readers, actual Amazon customers, are saying. We touched on some of this, but overall.
Overall, it's very positive about the content. It holds a solid 4.4 out of 5 stars based on 175 global ratings. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, that indicates most people find the ideas themselves really valuable. Looking at the breakdown, it's 67% 5-star, 20% 4-star. So overwhelmingly positive sentiment.
And the praises echo what we've discussed. People find it inspiring, concise, yet filled with knowledge, even life-changing.
Yeah, phrases like worthy every word and that pragmatic and spiritual look at an underlying truth, they really capture the impact it has.
But then, the flip side. The recurring criticisms are exactly what we flagged.
Mm-hmm. The main one being it's a difficult read because of the old language style. And very prominently, those really severe formatting problems with the Kindle version.
Making it unreadable for some, that's a significant practical barrier.
It really is. So, our deep dive pretty much aligns with the reviews. We see the power in the message, the value in its brevity, but we absolutely have to echo those warnings about accessibility, especially the Kindle format issues. That's crucial practical information for you, the listener, if you're thinking of buying it.
Definitely something to weigh up. The wisdom is there, but accessing it might take extra effort depending on the format.
Well, I hope you have enjoyed today's deep dive on the Deep Seek Diaries. Please don't forget to check out all those linked resources down in the description section. And if you haven't already, maybe hit those subscribe and like buttons as you head off. It really helps us out. Until our next deep dive, goodbye. And just a final thought to leave you with, reflecting on Emerson's compensation. If the universe truly operates on this principle of balance, where every action really does generate an equal and opposite reaction, what subtle compensations might be playing out in your own life right now, maybe unnoticed? And how could understanding this profound natural law empower you to shape your future, truly knowing that every effort, every choice is always being accounted for? Something to ponder.